Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D, baby, coming from up there and right in front of your screen. My friend, let me move a little bit closer. Welcome to the Godzillionaires Club, and we are at Forest Lake, North Carolina. Advance or Advance, however you want to say it, but I think it's Advance, North Carolina. Same place from the previous video, but today, my friend, I want to share with you a something that I saw on Joe Rogan yesterday, and they were discussing the documentary Social Dilemma, or the Social Dilemma. And I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point, they are watching everything that you do, and from your private messages, even triggering the likes, triggering all the likes, and kind of pitch how algorithms it's starting to shape and pitch people for and against each other. I'm not afraid of a sheep that is leading a group of lions. I'm afraid of a lion that's leading a group of sheep. And every time when we mention about election fraud, vaccines, and the pandemic, everything is being censored. And in America, we are thinking that we, as a country, we are heading down the road of socialism, and that's very true. No freedom of speech. Everything is propaganda, censorship, and certain narratives are being pushed, and either you swallow it, or you delete your account. Now, every country, there has to be an enemy. I'm pretty sure Russia has an enemy, China has an enemy, the United States has an enemy. Every country, there is a culprit. And the way that I see it, every country is fighting for freedom. Name a country that is not fighting for freedom. If you know a country, let me know. Don't smoke crack every day. I'm pretty sure there are small countries out there that are not too political. They just want to grow their economy. They just want to live a decent life. And before I go on, I must say absolute power, absolute corrupt. Now, the person that came on the podcast, I was watching the short clips, so JRE something clips, but pretty much the other side of the story, how we spend time on social media, and all of these algorithms are controlling what we see, how we feel, and can persuade our emotions. If everything is unchecked. Now, on the flip side, we keep on saying China, communists, they control every aspect of our lives, from social credit, how we spend our money, what time we should be on, like what you say, what not to say, and if they don't like it, they can ban you. And we maybe we're not from China, But as far as we know, like, Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, and a lot of billionaires and millionaires from China, either they went missing, or it's there is no freedom compared to the U.S. Right now. On the flip side, the argument to that was, what if? Well, it's not really an argument. The person that came on the interview, he was explaining how China is actually using social media, even though it's controlled, but they limit like children from what time to what time they can spend on social media, and if you are under certain age, you can, you are off limit. So pretty much every aspect of your life is still being tracked, but they're manageable. And the idea sounds great. Like, if we imagine we are mindlessly scrolling through social media. Y'all got some more of that propaganda? What if we create an algorithm that, if you want to turn it into a school institution. So if we can turn social media into school institution, wouldn't that be great? Imagine you are scrolling on the topic that you want to learn, and then for children at a certain time they cannot log they cannot log on, and pretty much you treat it as a tool to educate people. But then again, here is the question: who is watching the watcher? And we know with humans, when I look at humanity, the fact that we are still fighting over power, money, greed, territory, nothing is going to change much. Okay, and that's why I believe, because every time when something is being pitched to us, we always hear the good side until it turns against us. And we've seen it with the newspaper, telephone, radio, internet, and even television, right? And I when I saw the interview, I get it. I'm like, yep, it's kind of like if you are the parents, right? You watch after your kids closely, but then how close is close? And if you are the parents, who's watching you? Who has a saying that whatever you are doing is correct? So I guess at the end of the day, there got to be a balance of power somewhere, because when it comes to centralized power, even though we have good intention, I don't even trust myself. I'm just saying we can have good intention, but not everyone is going to be on board. And we know that absolute power, absolute corrupt, unless we go on a journey within. So I've been watching a lot of the exclusive from Sadhguru, and I guess one of the things that he mentioned was his purpose. Like, he doesn't want people to build temple or anything to worship him. The body and the mind that we have is extraordinary, and if we can turn that into a walking temple, then we can eliminate a lot of the social issues that we have, whether it's democracy, whether it's communism, whether it's socialism. Now, if we live in a society where everyone is a walking temple, we don't need to worry much. I'm enlightened, bitches! Of course, we are going to have the rule of law, and and we are still going to have a system that is set up. But if everyone is aware of ourselves, government should be limited, because we don't need government to interfere with every aspect of our lives if we know how to handle ourselves. And we don't need institutions and corporations to do what they're doing right now, like food, medicine, and all that stuff. Because if we are a walking temple, my friend, imagine everyone is walking around like Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad. How peaceful would that be, right? Shamans, hippies, Buddhists, wherever. It's I feel like a lot of the time when activists or even politicians or CEO of a company, they have good intentions, but I don't trust people with good intentions unless they are working on themselves. And I try really hard on my journey, even probably, well, not probably, but now to the day I die. And what he meant by a walk-in temple, like what do we do when we go to church, when we go to temple, when we go to a mosque? It's a holy place, right? And shouldn't our body, our time, our mind, the food that we consume be holy as well? And I think that is the way out, because with the direction that we are headed, my friend, the AI definitely. And do you really, really trust founders of all of these social media companies have good intentions for the majority of the masses?
Yes, son, I'm talking to you.
Because I don't. And it's always good to hear the other side of the story, and it's possible. I think if we manage what people, but then that would be a form of censorship, right? But then imagine if we use social media as an education tool. Okay, not the current education that we're having right now, but actually turn it into something good, right? Imagine if we teach everyone about money. Imagine if we teach everyone about business. Imagine if we are honest to the people instead of making false promises. Imagine if we are just open and honest, because I feel like America has a lot of potential, and and I think, why not lead openly? And as much as I love, I love listening to the Joe Rogan, the short clips, because he'll just bring like random people up in there, and then sometimes you get different topics. And for the longest time, I'm pretty sure, including myself, people in America, myself included, we don't like socialism, because there's the reason why we have the Constitution, or why the Constitution was created. The founding fathers ran away, to create the promised land. They were living under monarchy at the time. And when, when I hear about China or socialism, it's in America, it's just like, wow, how can that be, right? But sometimes when we listen to the pitch, and sometimes they can be, they're pitching it, but then at the same time, what if we take it into consideration and use it as a tool? We can progress society. Because look at America right now, right? Kids, or especially Gen Z, even millennials, right? If we are not aware of social media and what they're doing to us as a collective, we are run by a bunch of algorithms. That's all it is. Too sexy for my body. Too sexy for my body. Too sexy for my body. And imagine the president of the United States. I remember like Obama, even Trump. Before you run for office, you have to become friends or you have to become friend with all of the people that are running the social media companies, because they can persuade, they can get your message out, and they can promote you. But if they don't like you, then you're not gonna win. And I think that's really unfortunate, but that is a bad way of using social media. So my friend, before you make a video, go on Joe Rogan a YouTube channel, and it's pretty much like is I think the title is the social dilemma, and there are a couple of videos about it, and you can hear both sides of the argument, why socialism is bad and why socialism is good. And I think there should be a fine line between censorship and the balance of power, okay? Because centralized power always fail, and the reason why that is because because it goes unchecked, and we've seen that with the Feds, the Federal Reserve, right? Transparent, open, honest, but Dr. Ron Paul been asking for an audit, and it's been turned down every time. So there has to be a balance of power if we are going to move forward, and how we use social media as a tool that can elevate people, because I think it's a great tool to elevate people. But with the way things are today, it's pretty bad.
Are you for real?
So before you make a video, I do want to hear your opinion on it. But make sure you go check out the video, and then what is your take on it? Is it a good thing that we from the how China is pitching to the people, or how they use social media, to elevate their people, and how we in America use social media as a way to mislead people, as a way to trigger people, as a way to divide the country. So let me know. Use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful view, and that's what I do with my free time. I go on Joe Rogan. I go on Valuetainment. I watch Palm. I watch Coin Bureau, Crypto Tips, and and when I learn something new, I want to share it with you, because I'm pretty sure you are probably spending time either on YouTube, learning about finance, or just entertainment. Hopefully you don't spend too much time watching entertainment, because we all need a little bit of laughter in our lives, but not in our lives, but not all day, every day, okay? You gotta work on your finance and what is going on with the world. The only essential oil in the universe where you can take it and become enlightened, or you can use it to battle evil spirits, aka butthurt people. So my friend, that is it for this video. I know it's a little bit kind of long, and I kind of stutter, but let me know, okay? I will see you in the next video, my friend. Tada.